So I recently got an email from Toguard asking me if I would carry out a review on the F2.0 Big Eye dash cam. Now, as you can see, I accept it. I have it here in my hands, and I've had this now for about like a week and a half, and I've learned about what I like about it and what I don't like about it. And in this video, I've been thinking like, how's the best way to educate you more about the F2.0 Big Eye dash cam? So what I've concluded is I'm gonna make this video talking about the hardware specifications, and then I'll move on to giving you some examples of its features via a simulator setup. Now, if you're looking for a test video on this dash camera, then you're not going to find it on this video on my channel. This is because I will do a separate video in the future with regard to video test quality. But this video is to simply review the features that this dash cam does have and to help educate you more about the F2.0 Big Eye dash cam itself. So right guys, let's begin. So if we have a look here up in the corner, we can see that we have an audio video port. So that basically means that we can connect to a TV via a cable. Now, we all know that AV cables are basically standard definition. However, if you want to watch in high definition, then the Big Eye dash cam does offer you a HDMI port. Now, you don't actually get the HDMI cable with it in the box, so you will have to buy that separate. Chances are you may even have that hanging around your house. But anyway, we can see already we have got an AV port and we also have a HDMI port. So moving on, we also have a built-in microphone, so that means it records our audio. And do we have a built-in speaker? Yes, we do. However, the built-in speaker is something that I'm not too fond of, because when you play back a video, even on full volume, it's still hard trying to hear the audio it is that the unit is actually captured itself. Now, it doesn't affect the audio quality, is not affected when you connect it to a TV, but it is, you know, a little bit hard when it's just coming from the unit itself. But moving on, we also have an LED light here. Now, the way you switch on LED light is simply by pressing the power button quickly and it'll switch the LED on. Press the power button quickly again and it will switch the LED off. Now, obviously, if you hold the power button in for too long of a time, then you're going to switch off the unit. So in the ideal world, I would prefer a different button other than the power button to be used to switch on this LED light. So what is some of the advanced features of the F2.0 dash cam? Well, we have features such as the lane departure warning system. So this is a system you can switch on when you're driving down the motorway, and basically if you cross over into another lane, the camera detects that and it will give you a warning to say get back into lane. Then we also have a front collision warning system. So if you get too close to the car in front, this will help alert you that you're getting too close to the car in front. So right guys, let's get stuck into it then and have a look at this on the simulator. Let's switch on the camera, and as you can see, when we switch on the camera, we get that nice sexy logo introduction. And the next thing we see is that we can see this red circle flashing on and off on the LCD screen. Now basically what that means is that we are now recording video. And guys, let me show you this, because this is something what I don't like about when companies use a power button for alternative tasks. To me, a power button switches something on and off. Have a look at this symbol. You see that symbol there? Well, that means that our LED light is switched on. Now, in order to switch that off, you've got to press the power off button. And you've got to do that very fast. Now the thing is, if you hold the power button in for, like let's say like half a second, then you're going to switch off your dash cam. And I just think that's silly. Why use the power button to switch on and off the LED? I don't know, but anyway, let's have a look more around the dash cam itself. So as you can see up here, we have got WDR. That stands for wide dynamic range, and that basically is why this dash cam is so vivid in high quality. It's because of that wide dynamic range detail that we get. Now bear in mind, you can switch WDR off. Now over here we can see we have got a microphone icon. That is of course what is recording our audio. And then over here we can see how far we are looping. We've now currently at 1 minute 40 odd. Then it's showing us what we're shooting. We're shooting 1080 full high definition. Remember, we can shoot 720 if we wish to. And then this over here is showing us our exposure value, which is currently set to 0. And up here we have, the loop recording of 5 minutes. So let me show you this in the menu system. Now I am going to actually stop the recording. So if I press here, we've stopped that recording. Okay, we've stopped the recording. So here, when we press the menu button, we will bring up our resolution. Now, if we go into resolution, we can see that we can actually change that to what I was saying before, to 720 or 1080. Now, if we come out of that, we can come down to loop recording. Now, loop recording, I leave mine on for 5 minutes. And click OK, come down. This is what I was talking about, wide dynamic range. We press OK and we can switch it on or off. I advise you to keep it to on. Now come down here, we can adjust our exposure composition. I leave mine to 0. And when we come down, we've got our motion detection mode. Now this is a very good mode. It's basically, if anything moves when you're parked up, it will start recording automatically. And I got to tell you, this is a very, very, very good system. Now, I'm not going to give you an example of that. I'm just showing you where it is. Now, here we go. Record audio. We can choose to have privacy and, switch our audio off. However, recording audio, I would say, is a very, very good thing to do. So I wouldn't switch that off. Cheese sensor. Now, if you don't know what cheese sensor is, then I advise you to look into it. I can't explain to you what cheese sensor is in this video because it would be too long of a video. But cheese sensor, look into it. But this is how you switch it on and off. Now, we come down here, we have a date stamp. Now, make sure, mine is currently off. But when you're on the roads, guys, make sure you switch this on, okay? Because if you do have an accident and it wasn't your fault, it's going to be important that the date is recorded. So make sure you switch yours on. Now again, if I press the menu button over here, let me just show you, no, actually, yeah, let me go down and show you this. So here we have the parking monitor. Again, that is just, giving you the options of 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds recording wise. So that's your parking monitor section. Down here we have your lane departure warning system. Now you can choose to switch this on. Let me just show you what this looks like, okay? So now you can hear that it's starting to beep every time I get a little bit closer, to changing lanes. But that's what that is about. It's the lane departure warning system. And if we come back into that again and we switch it off, the beeping will then stop. Now another thing what we can do is we can go down to front collision warning system. And then when this is switched on, when you get too close, let me just bring this up, guys. It's basically when you get too close to, like the car in front, You can see it, see these things. So basically, once you set this up, that will give you a warning when you get too close to the car in front and stuff like that. Now again, I can't explain that all in this video because the video will just be far too long. But as you can see, all that stuff is in there. Now, you've got your mode. So as you can see, we're currently in video. Now, if I press this button down here, menu, we can see that we've now gone into photo mode. You see that, guys? And if I press the OK button, we have just taken the photograph. And you know, that is pretty cool. Again, you can press the menu button and go into the settings and change stuff, such as the capture mode. So you can go from like a 10-second timer countdown. Let's say you're doing a selfie, for example, 5-second timer countdown and 2 seconds. So if you come out of that, and then we go to resolution, you can actually choose what size you want your photographs to be. And you'll keep it on that, come down the sequence. You can have it like on a burst. I think it will take like 3 photographs. Come down to the quality, have it on high, I do anyway. And then you know, you can change your sharpness, your white balance, your color. You can even adjust your ISO, which is very, very cool. You know, you've got your manual adjustment of that. You've got your exposure, switch on anti-shaking, switch on the wide dynamic range, and the quick review of how long your photograph will stay on screen before it goes off. Now, again, press the menu button, we go over here, we've got the date time, and you know, you've got your car number. I'll put mine in as Camera Talk. This will be your registration plate. Remember, you need this for when you're recording your video. It's more important in video mode as opposed to photographs. So guys, basically, as you can see, the F2.0 Toguard, you know, dash cam is a pretty awesome dash cam. You know, I'm so impressed with how things have, you know, became so low in price but so high in quality. And there's no denying it. This dash cam is very high in quality. So if you're looking for, you know, a very mid-range dash cam, then the F2.0, you know, Toguard dash cam is for you. The big eye dash cam.